Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing Freecodecamp JavaScript algorithms again. Remember, we finished intermediate algorithm scripting. So if you guys are interested in any of these algorithms here, please check out my playlist below. But today we're not going to be doing that. We are going to be doing this interesting one called the Roman numeral converter. We did palindrome checker last time. So guys, if you guys are interested in that, again, links in the description below. But today we are doing the Roman numeral converter. So let's check this one out. Hopefully you guys are all familiar with what Roman numerals are. It says here, convert the given number into a Roman numeral. All Roman numerals answers should be provided in uppercase. Okay. Now here are some of the examples. So this is a pain in the butt, a real pain in the butt. Let me just grab this here, bring it over here, just to get it set up. All right. So if you guys haven't tried this algorithm, please pause the video now and try it on your own. And I assure you it'll be worth your time. This is a pain in the butt, but before you do that, I think it is helpful for us to know the actual rules of Roman numeral numbers. So I just Googled it real quick and I found this website. It uses Comic Sans, so not the fanciest website, but it gives me the things that I need. First of all, we got this little table here that represents all the Roman numerals for all the number equivalents. But more importantly than this, in my opinion, is these caveat cases. So for example, that's something that's very frustrating about Roman numerals is 4, which is 1 less than this v, which is 5, is you write the IV. It's kind of like subtracting. You're subtracting 1 from v, which is 5, so you get 4. So there's these rules. Fortunately, these 6 or so, these are the only rules that you have to follow. And that's a big hint. So guys, again, if you haven't checked this one out on your own, please try it on your own and then come back to me because I will put an interesting take on how I'm going to solve this. So pause the video now. All right. So if you're still with me right now, I'm assuming you've tried this before, hopefully. Let me show you how I will solve this. So I remember solving this algorithm a long time ago when I was still learning JavaScript. And I just did a bunch of if conditions, right? Like, oh, if this number, if that number, if this number. And my code was disgusting. So I'm going to try to clean it up now. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to use objects like dictionaries. I'll show you guys. So I am going to first make a dictionary, a key value pair with all of these values here outside of our function. Let's just call this const converter. How about that? And we will say, I will put the number equivalent as the keys and the values as the Roman numeral. So I will say 1 is capital I. Remember, they want us to use capital. 5 is V. So I'm sure you guys could do this on your own too. So feel free to just pause the video and just skip to the part where I'm done with this. Or just write these along with me. 100 is C, and make sure you're very careful because you make one mistake here and it's not gonna pass the Freecodecamp tests. IVXLCD, IVXLCD, and then M, right? 1000 is M. All right, so normally this is where people would just write the dictionary, the lookup table like so. However, I'm scared about these caveats, and to me again, these are more important here. The 4, the 9, the 40, and all that stuff, right? So I'm actually going to include these into our lookup table as well. And so we will use these later. So let's just write these. The ordering of how you place these don't matter, but just to be consistent, I like to put my keys in the numerical order. Again, this doesn't actually matter, but just, my OCD is kicking in. So we have 9 here, IX, and what else? 40, which is XL, and then 90 XC, 400 CD, and 900 is CM. All right, so let me tell you guys my plan. We are going to make a loop within our function, and we're gonna start from the biggest number, which is 1000 in our lookup table. We're gonna try to subtract it to number if it is less than the number, and as whenever we subtract a number from it, we would add to our output string the value equivalent of that number that we just subtracted. And we will continue subtracting until we can't subtract any longer because the number we're dealing with is bigger than the num. So then we will move on to the next numbers, keep on subtracting, and then move on to the next number, keep on subtracting, and so on. So hopefully that makes sense. And in order to do that more efficiently, I'm actually going to make another array. And this array I'll call const numbers. How about just numbers? And I'm just going to list the numerical value of these in decreasing order. So let me first do that first. 900, 500, 400, 190, 50. And be very careful when you write this, please. 10, 9, 5, 4, 1. So I wrote them in decreasing order because I know that we gotta start subtracting from number from the biggest converting number. We keep on subtracting from the biggest. We can't start from the smallest, right? Because then we're just gonna have I forever. So that's why we gotta start from the biggest one here. That's why I have these in decreasing order. So let's begin our function. We're gonna have a while loop here, but before we have the while loop, let's set up. I'm gonna declare an index. So what this index represents is we're gonna loop through this numbers array and try to subtract the numbers from our num parameter until we can't any longer. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, and then let's do a while loop. So I will say while num is greater than 0, because we're gonna keep on subtracting from num until it gets to 0. We will do this. Now I'm gonna have a condition here. Before I do the condition, I know I'm gonna be using this a lot, so let's just grab our number first. So const, what should I? There's so many number variables going on here. Subtract. Subtractor? No. Subtract. Yeah, I'll just call it subtract. I'm not known for my naming convention, so please forgive me if you hate these variable names. Perhaps you could come up with better variable names yourself. But this will just be numbers at index I. I don't want to. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to constantly reference numbers at index I. So I just like to extract that out to a variable, which I've horrendously called subtract. All right, so we'll do this. So if subtract is greater than number, so what does that mean? That means, let's say our number was 999 and we start with 1,000, right? It's too big, so then we just want to increment I and then continue on with the loop. Else, and by the way, if we increment I, what happens then? Then our number that our subtract variable becomes 900, right? So that's why I wrote them in decreasing order. But else, if the subtract number is less or equal to the number, then we want to subtract from it, right? So let's say num is minus equals subtract. So we're subtracting the subtract number from number. And then we want to append to our output string what we have just subtracted, right? The Roman number equivalent of it. So we need to have a variable here. Let me do it in the beginning, actually. Let output as an empty string. And we will append to this output string whenever we're in this else statement. And what am I going to append to it? I'm going to append to it the Roman number equivalent to it. That's where we're going to use this converter. So we're going to say converter at the key of what our subtract was. That's why I want to extract this out to a variable here, because otherwise we will just be writing here numbers at index I. So we have an array within another array. It's kind of confusing. So I thought this was a little nicer. So if my logic is correct here, this should work. And at the end of it all, we just want to return our output. Let's see if it works for 36. So what should 36 be? I think it should be XXX VI? Yes, I think so. Let's see if that works for this. Let me run the code. We get nothing because I'm console logging nothing. So let's console log the result of this. and we get XXXVI. So that's perfect. All right, so hopefully this works. Make sure you grab everything here if you want to submit it to Freecodecamp, including the array and the object. Let's run the tests. And we pass. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial again. We did Roman numeral converter. And next time we meet, we will try Caesar cipher. So guys, please try this one out on your own and come join me the next time I publish this video. And guys, if you like my content, please click like. If you dislike my content, please click dislike and let me know some of the complaints you might have or some suggestions you have. I would love to hear those. If you are interested in everything related to coding, please subscribe to my channel. I release these type of JavaScript algorithm videos. I also release React tutorials, other types of TypeScript or JavaScript tutorials. And I've been publishing videos every single day. So please stay tuned for that. All right, guys, thank you so much again and have a good day.